In this video, I'll review what it means to waive your appraisal contingency when making a real estate offer. My name's Eric Peterson. I'm the broker of Kopa Real Estate in Austin, Texas. Because the real estate market has become so competitive, many buyers are waiving the right to terminate the contract based on the lender's appraisal. The appraisal is typically done after the buyer's termination period is ended. So if you're waiving your appraisal contingency, you won't be able to terminate the contract and receive a refund of your earnest money if the home appraises for less than the sales price. So if you are waiving this contingency, here's an explanation of how that might affect the amount of money you'll need for a down payment. And of course, if we're working with you as a client, please let us know if you have any questions before making an offer on a property. Now, as always, unfortunately, I'm not able to give everybody real estate advice. If you're already working with another real estate agent or trying to buy a home outside of the Austin area, we'd recommend that you contact a trusted real estate attorney in your area. Here's an example. Let's say the contract price is $400,000 and the home appraises for only $380,000. So that means if you were paying $400,000, your down payment at 20% to avoid mortgage insurance would be $80,000. However, when calculating your loan to value, LTV, the mortgage company will use the lower of the contract price or the appraised value. When the appraised value is lower than the contract price, you may need to have a larger down payment to avoid paying mortgage insurance or change your mortgage to a different program and pay mortgage insurance. So here is the example of how the down payment would be calculated in this example. So the revised down payment based on this example would be the down payment of 20% times $380,000. Remember, not $400,000. So your down payment's $76,000. However, there's an additional shortage that we have, so an additional down payment required would be $400,000, the sales price, minus that $380,000, the appraised value, so that's a $20,000 shortage. Your total down payment to avoid paying mortgage insurance would be $96,000. So in addition to avoid mortgage insurance, you should also understand how this calculation would work with a smaller down payment. An additional example with the 5% down payment. Let's say the contract price again was $400,000 and the appraised value was $380,000. So your down payment would have been 5% times that $380,000 appraisal, which is $19,000. The additional down payment required, though, of course, $400,000 minus the $380,000 is $20,000. So the total down payment for this loan would be $19,000 plus $20,000, so it's $39,000, but you'll only really have, as far as the mortgage company is concerned, a 5% down payment for all of their mortgage insurance calculations. A couple important things to point out. Your mortgage company will select the appraiser through an appraisal management company. We're not able to select the appraiser. Now, the appraiser does know the contract price, and it is possible for the listing agent or perhaps the buyer's agent to present the appraiser with information up front, but there's no requirement for the appraisal to take that information. An appraisal is more art than science. If you had 10 appraisers complete an appraisal for a home, you probably get 10 different values. So each appraiser may give a different value for condition, upgrades, and features of a home. And we're not able to guarantee you the appraised value for a home. If the appraised value is less than the contract price, your mortgage company may have additional options such as a second lien to avoid needing a larger down payment. And that's something that you should speak with your mortgage company to review your options. We 100% encourage you to speak with your mortgage company in advance of putting down any offer to run through all of these scenarios based on their individual requirements. Please remember that just because you're watching this, that doesn't mean that we have a broker-client relationship with you. So you want to reach out to the people that you're working with to give you advice about your mortgage and appraisals and all of your real estate transactions. Thanks so much for watching, and make it a great day.